can you actually get a seller to pay your closing costs in a competitive market? That's a great question. It's one that I get asked all the time from our clients and from the agents on our team as well. And here's the answer. The answer is maybe. Let me explain a little bit further. First of all, I want you to understand that there are buyer paid closing costs and seller paid closing costs. The seller actually pays way more in closing costs than the buyer does. The seller is responsible for paying all the real estate commissions, excise tax, which is like 1.78%, and their total closing costs are in the 8 to 9% range. A buyer is going to pay all their prepaids like taxes and insurance and all those other types of things, lender fees, appraisal reports, that type of stuff. They're going to be around the 2% range. So there's buyer paid closing costs and seller paid closing costs. That's the first thing I want to make sure that you understand. So when you're asking for a seller to pay your closing costs, those are really mostly lender fees that you're asking them to pay. And if you want them to pay those for you, there's a couple of ways you can do that. First of all, you should look at how long the home's been on the market, and if it's been on the market for 3 or more weeks in our current market, there may be some wiggle room to talk about the seller giving you a contribution towards your closing costs. It's usually going to be a set amount of money, like it could be a percentage, it could be a dollar amount, but definitely something that you can look at and talk to your real estate agent about. You want to see if they've reduced the price at all during that time. If they have, they may be less willing to give you closing costs. The other way that you can get closing costs paid for is you can actually increase the purchase price $1 for every $1 that you want back. So let's say I'm buying a home that's $400,000 and I want $5,000 in closing cost help, and the seller won't give it to me and just give it to me as part of the price at $400,000. Well, I could offer them $405,000, $5,000 over the list price, and get that same $5,000 back. That's going to, in effect, finance my $5,000 of closing costs. And at a $400,000 home price, that wouldn't cover all of your closing costs, but would definitely help a lot. If you are curious about how to buy a home with truly zero down, which means no down payment, no closing costs, send me a direct message and I will be happy to share with you exactly how to do it.